Welcome back, Towners. Today we're going to make a salmon cinnamon roll stuffed with cream cheese and jalapenos. Let's get it. Alright, to start off this recipe, we have a full plank, full slab, full side of salmon. This is about 2.5 pounds, and we're going to make a brine out of this. We have a total of 8 cups of water. It's only 4 here, but we're going to add more water later. And 8 cups of water, 2 quarts, and basically mixed in 5 tablespoons of kosher salt to that, and mix that all together. And we're going to pour that in over the fish. You're going to pour that into a large container, big enough that you have. Basically, just submerge all of the fish in that. You're basically just pushing everything down into the brine. And if your salt is dissolved, basically we're going to leave that in for about 15 minutes. I left mine in for about 30 because I just put it straight in from adding the salt into it. The skin of the fish was still on, so we were going to cut that off. Use some gloves, or use a paper towel like you're pulling off silver skin on some ribs, because it gets a bit slippery. But you're going to take your knife and again angle it downward towards the fish and continue to just cut through. Just keep checking while you're cutting it through, just to make sure you're not cutting into the fish, and try to get as much off as you can without with keeping as much fish as you can. We flipped it over and realized that it didn't get all of it, so that's perfectly fine. We were able just to lift that up and just pull that right off. You can go deeper if you want, but I was fine at this point. I didn't want to make too many deep gashes and lose too much fish while trying to skin the skin off of it. Now it's time to make our filling. We took 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, 1 whole jalapeno on everything, and some capers. And to that we added in some dill, as well as some lemon juice and some lemon zest. And then we took a spoon and mixed all that together. And this will be the filling for our cinnamon roll. We took a tablespoon of our Cooking with Thatown2 lemon and garlic seasoning and sprinkled that over top. And then added our filling. We didn't use all of the filling. We still had about a good, I would say 2 to 3 ounces left of it, but just put on as much as you can, depending on how big your salmon plank is, and spread that all over top of it. And then we added in, we just topped that off with some black pepper. Now it's time to roll up the salmon. When you're rolling it up, just try to roll it as tight as you can. It's going to push most of the filling towards the end that you're rolling it towards, but just roll it up as tight as you can. And then it's time to slice it. I'm happy at this point I was able to use my super large Carb knife, which I haven't been able to really use since Thanksgiving. But we cut this into about 2-inch strips. I was able to get about 5 cinnamon rolls out of this. The end pieces, they didn't hold up well, so I just basically left those flat. Now we took a baking sheet with holes in it for grilling and sprayed that with some cooking spray. The lemon that we zested, we cut that up and laid that down to put our salmon on top of. Some of the rolls started to come apart a bit, so we just took some toothpicks and poke those right through to keep them and hold their shape while they're cooking. Now it's time for the grill. We again, you're using this cooking sheet with holes in it, so we just basically heated our grill up to prep it, and then put this straight onto the grill on the racks. I still cleaned the grill off just because it was we were cooking on it, but I just put it straight on the rack, so it'll be easy cleanup for this. And we left all 4 burners on a medium heat at this time. Now it's time for our topping for the cinnamon roll. We put in 2 tablespoons of butter that we melted, We added in some swerve, granular swerve, 1 teaspoon of granular swerve, 2 teaspoons of brown sugar swerve, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and mixed all that together. And this is how that looks. After about 20 to 25 minutes on the grill, we turned off 2 of the burners and put it to the side and let that cook for a moment, for about 10 minutes. And then we came back to it and turned all burners back on to heat up the grill again, and poured on our cinnamon sugar topping. Now, once we put the cinnamon sugar topping on, at this point it was pretty much done. I was supposed to actually flip the salmon over, but I didn't do that. It didn't need it, but that possibly would help with the cooking, but it was perfectly fine like this. After about 5 minutes on the grill, the cinnamon sugar topping didn't cook up as well as I wanted to, but the fish was done at that point, so I just basically just brought it into the house and put it under the broiler on high for 2 minutes, and that did the job great for brining up that cinnamon sugar topping glaze. This was the final product of how the cinnamon brown sugar topping for the cinnamon roll stuffed with cream cheese and jalapenos. This came out great. The cream cheese and jalapenos, the jalapenos had a nice spice element to it, and the cream cheese helped to keep the whole salmon plank juicy. The brown sugar cinnamon glaze on top, I had no clue what to expect from that, because I didn't know how that would mix with the salmon and the cream cheese and everything, but that came out great. You got the tartness from all the lemon that we added to it, the lemon juice, the lemon pepper seasoning, the lemon zest, and everything. And then all of a sudden the flavor changed to the sugar and sweetness of it. Now that mixed well with the salmon. We're here taking a piece of it. I'm not sure why I was using my left hand here and couldn't hold everything on the knife, but on the fork. But you can see it's still juicy, it's still flavorful, flaky. You can't see the flavor, but its taste is very flavorful, flaky, and came out great. If anyone has any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy.
Please subscribe. Enjoy.
Hey guys, as always, all menu items and ingredients are listed in the description box below the video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. You can also follow our Instagram and Facebook pages. And as always, thank you guys for watching.